Right, so let's make something. Let's make this one white. Set this one down. And then we'll copy it and we'll make it a nice shade of blue. Let's make this a little bit smaller. We're going to do animating inside of groups so that we can keep the integrity of the keyframes in relation to the group's scene space. So we've got these two objects. We'll group them together. And then on the outside we can place down a chip. Let's grab ourselves one of them. We'll call this anim. There we go. And we'll do a little animation. Right, let's say we do a controller sensor. And we'll set that to force possession. We'll make the camera a little bit further away so we can see what's going on. 4 meters is fine. Let's split the axis on the global L stick. And then make this a little bit bigger. There we go. And now we need an advanced mover. There we are. Let's reduce Y. And we'll do modulate on these. And in fact, let's turn these up as well. Right, so now this can move around with the left stick input. So now we have a thing that moves. Now we want it to animate when it moves. Let's move this down a bit further. Looks strange up there. I'll save that. Let's animate it moving. So we'll move the blue thing on the top up and down when it is moving. So what we need is a equals. So we want to say when the left stick is 0 and when the left stick is not 0. So when we are moving, do the animation on this timeline, please. So stamp down a timeline, open that one up, and stamp down a keyframe. So, seeing as this is a group, what we do is we scope into the group, and then let's reduce our grid space a little bit. We'll go down there, like that. Stop recording. And this could be anything, as long as it's inside this group. So we're still inside the group. See how I can select these differently? And then we'll move that one up a little bit. And then we'll copy the last one, set this thing to loop, and make that centered. Give it a nice ease in. And now this one will activate when the left stick activates, and we should get a bobbing up and down motion. There we go. But only when we're moving, and then it will return back to normal. And I animated that with R2, so we're using forward kinematics, but it's in relation to the inside of the group because we scoped into it when we made the keyframes. So it's in relation to the inside of the group, it's doing the bobbing up and down motion. Let's say we want to do something when we're not moving. We could say when this is equal to 0, or we could use a not gate there. So equal to 0 and not is exactly the same thing. Then we could do, let's say, stamp down a keyframe. Let's group in. We'll move it higher up and we'll turn the whole thing green. Why not? And let's make it glow as well, like a little flashlight. There we go. Perfect. Stick the power on that one. Give it a nice ease. And now, hopefully, when this one is equal to 0, we'll do this keyframe. But because we scoped in, it should now be relative to this. It won't teleport us anywhere. It just turns on and off. There we go. And I think this animation down the bottom is a little bit jerky, so we can just do a very simple signal manipulator, ease in of 0.5. There we go. So now it should be a little bit smoother in the transition. There we go. Now it does a little bobbing up and down relative to left stick whenever we're moving, and as soon as we're not moving, it does that. Nice and easy.